Hey everyone, welcome back to Seek and Discover's YouTube channel. I have 5 more albums to get your week started, so let's get into it. So with this being a new series, I wanted to start us off with 5 of the first punk albums that got me into the genre. So starting off this list, I have Milo Goes to College from The Descendents. This album is packed full of classics from their catalog, like My Age and Hope. Things that everyone can really enjoy. I think it's a great album. It's also a great one if you've heard it a million times or it's your first time hearing it. It's one you can always come back to. So this is going to be my first pick of the week. The second album I want to suggest this week is going to be Bad Religion's No Control. I think this is a great entry point for the band because this is where they kind of came into their stride. I think they mastered their sound and their songwriting abilities on this record are really strong. I think it's probably the closest to some of their other albums. That's why I suggested this over Suffer. Because if you like this, you like what else is in their catalog. But this is a great album, definitely worth being on this list. So let's go on to the next one. So in my number 3 spot for the week, I actually don't own this album anymore, but I highly regret selling it. It is going to be Change Today from TSOL. Side A of this album is an absolute killer, and side B has some great songs on it like It's Gray and America Zone. I constantly have this album on rotation myself, and I think it's a great pick for this list. It's really something different from the rest of the punk catalog, because TSOL is kind of like a goth punk band, if that makes sense, and because of that they have a really unique sound that I find really appealing. This is going to be number 3 spot on the week, so let's go on to the next one. So at number 4 this week, I have Living in Darkness from Agent Orange. This is a surf/skate punk album from Southern California. They draw heavy influences from 50s and 60s surf rock, like from The Ventures and Dick Dale. I can't say enough good things about this album. It has to be one of my all-time favorites, the way they throw a hardcore punk twist. It's one of those classic songs. It really is a great punk album to check out if you haven't heard it before. But let's come on to my final pick of the week. So for my final pick this week, I have The Adolescents self-titled. There are just so many classics on this album, like Kids at the Black Hole and Amoeba. It's a great album. I highly recommend it. A lot of you probably have even heard songs off this album in video games like GTA 5 or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. But even without the nostalgia, this album still holds up. It's a really great punk album, and if you haven't heard this yet, I highly recommend this one as well. So that's going to wrap it up for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know these weren't the most obscure albums, but that's not what this is about. I just want to give you guys 5 albums to start your week off with, and for starting off the series, I wanted to do some of the punk albums that got me into the genre and got me to kind of where I am today. Without these albums, I don't think I would have pursued this. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.